Hello, I'm Riley. I'm a renter in the Inner West and I also work at the Tenants Union. I'm wondering what's your name, what's your relationship to renting in New South Wales, and whereabouts do you live?
Great, thanks Riley. I'm Chloe Smith. I am a councillor for Stanmore Damun Ward on Inner West Council, newly elected. My relationship to renting is that I am a renter. I'm also a pet owner of a little West Highland Terrier, so I have a dog in my rental home, which has its set of challenges. So I'm very passionate about this issue, and I live in Petersham.
Thank you. Okay, so before we get into the more substantive, important questions, what's your dog's name, and after this, can I see a photo?
You absolutely can, and her name is Bonnie, and she's perfect.
And how old is Bonnie?
Bonnie just turned 1, so still a cheeky little puppy.
Alrighty, so have you experienced any particular barriers having Bonnie as a renter?
Definitely. So it won't shock anyone to know that most landlords just have a blanket no pets rule in my experience, which makes it really, really challenging when you're a renter who's probably going to be a renter for the foreseeable future, but you also want a dog and love animals and want to start building your own little family. So that's been a challenge for us to try and overcome. It often means for people, I think, a lot of secrecy, not being able to be honest with your landlord, being eternally fearful of being caught out and being evicted. So it really affects your sort of security of tenancy, security of your home, security of bond. So there's a financial impact as well. So it's just this constant sort of weight on your mind and insecurity.
Yeah, definitely. So I think I know the answer, but do you think the law on pets and renting should change in New South Wales?
Shockingly, I think it should. I think that New South Wales is lagging behind other jurisdictions who have passed laws in relation to pets in rentals, particularly Victoria, I think Queensland as well, and some other jurisdictions, ACT as well, I think, and elsewhere around Australia, have passed laws at a state level to say that you can't have a blanket no pets rule for tenants, and I think that it's past time that New South Wales caught up with that, and a few other areas as well, I think particularly around no fault evictions, just to throw that in there. But yeah, New South Wales, it's time to change the law and get on board. When we have a situation where more and more people are becoming renters, not just in our sort of age group, but also older people, I think it limits people's ability to feel like they can start a family, settle down somewhere, build connections in a community and feel secure in the place that they want to call home. And it's time to modernise our laws to reflect that.
Definitely. Couldn't have said it better myself. So you are an elected representative. You do have, I guess, constituents. What are you seeing for renters in your community? Have people been raising other renting issues? So we're talking bigger than pets now, other renting issues with you. What's going on?
Definitely. So in Inner West Council, I think across the whole LGA, it's about 40% of people are renters. In this area, which is my ward, which covers sort of Newtown, Camperdown, Stanmore, Petersham, Lewisham, that goes up to as high as 60%. So lots and lots of renters here. You probably know those stats better than I do. I hope they're correct. Either way, there's a lot of renters. And so people do raise a lot of issues, not just pets in rentals, but also around no fault evictions. So, you know, the idea that your landlord can just kick you out and end your tenancy whenever they want for no particular reason is pretty unfair. There's also, I think, more things that we could be doing to improve financial security for people when they move, which we know is such a huge cost burden for so many people. It's so expensive. I think it's one of the most stressful experiences that anyone can ever go through. And so I think there's more we could be doing in New South Wales as well to lift some of that cost burden. I know recently the New South Wales opposition made an announcement around transferable bonds, so that if you move from one place to another place, your bond, you don't have to shell out, say, 2, 3, 4 grand for the new bond while you're still out of pocket for your old bond. You can just transfer it across, and if your landlord wants to make a claim, they can take that claim out of the existing bond, and that just can help streamline the whole process and mean that you're sort of not paying 2 bonds simultaneously, which I don't know how anyone can afford. So there's a lot more.
You don't just have several $1,000s like lying
not
around?
just sitting around. No, like most people, I don't. So that would be, there's just a few things off the top of my head that I think New South Wales could do to modernise tenancy laws.
Totally agree. So one last question, if you could say one thing to the renters of New South Wales, what would it be?
We need to change the government in New South Wales, and we need to keep fighting for this. And like you, we're normal people who deserve to have security, deserve to put down roots in a community, deserve to build a family. We need rights that reflect that fact and the changing face of home ownership in this country. and make it easier for renters to feel like they're part of the community and they have rights as well. We need to even the playing field. That wasn't one thing. That was a lot of things, but I have a lot of things to say.
Thank you so much, Chloe.
Thank you. My pleasure, Riley.